Hey folks, Rob here. Been out here working in the building today. We had part of that storm come through and we was with power for about over 24 hours. We got it back night before last. We was out about 24 hours, a little over. But done a little bit of work in the house. Got my daughter's mini split hooked up and going. Got it all done this weekend. I was going to start working on my floors, but didn't figure I really had time. I started belt sanding some of the seams. So I've been trying to do a few things, and we're out here today working on our building. I'm insulating it, and I've got a good ways done on it already, and I'll take you around and show you around here in a second. But I was just going to show you how I was putting it up and how I was going about this. Okay, so what I've done, those pieces are 10 foot long, and so I figured, and I didn't do it at the first because you learn as you go. So those first 4 over there weren't like this. But anyway, I got to checking I can stick 2 pieces of foam behind here. So I took 2 long pieces here, here, here. So I got plenty of glue surface here, and I'm just using liquid nails, and I've cut all my pieces here to length. And let me show you how I've been doing this. And I still got plenty of room for my electrical boxes to go in, and then if I got room, my wiring and everything, I still got room for all that. Once that's in, then I'll go back and fill in some more if I got enough left, because I do want to use some of this under the floor of my cabin. So I just been putting me some, and I'm probably blocking you, construction adhesive. This is just the liquid nails. Just been putting me a little bit on that, just enough to stick it to it. And now this is not these pieces here are not stuck to the metal. They're pressure fit. But once this sets up, they won't go anywhere because they'll be stuck to the uprights. I need to work on my gluing skills. I've used 1 tube of this so far, and then I have my pieces cut, and I simply come along, set them in, stand them up, grab me some more. Pretty simple, just get them good, press them into our glue, our liquid nails. That gives me something to glue them good and solid. So those will be there for a long time. Grab another one here. Now I've been having to cut one, and I'm still working on that. I'm getting better at that even. And so that leaves us needing a partial piece there. So I'll take you outside and I'll show you what I bought to do that with, what I've been doing to cut all these with. Handiest thing I ever bought, and it didn't cost me like 10 bucks. It was real cheap on Amazon. But I tell you, it's made this process a whole lot easier. Let me take you out and I'll show you how I cut the piece to fit in there. So basically, this is just a hot wire. You turn this on, and it comes with some other stuff too. You can come with some other fittings. I tried cutting one straight with one of them straight ones. It's just too slow. This one, I've gotten to where I can do better with it. I can't cut straight. What I could have done if I really wanted them straight is I could have ripped me a board the length of this and the height of what it needed to be, and run this right along the top of the board, and I'd have got a perfect cut. But I just been eyeballing. I'm gonna go back with some. So I'm gonna take about 1 inch off. So I just start here, kind of eyeball 1 inch, keeping it as straight as I can, which ain't very straight, but you know, it compresses and goes in there. So And this goes through that like butter, hot knife through butter, or a hot wire through styrofoam. But anyway, I just try to keep it as straight as I can, don't burn my fingers as I go past. I find if I hold it in the middle and just do it in one cut, I get a better finished product. As you can see, it's not perfect, but it's not terrible. So we'll take this back in and stick that back in there, and we'll finish that roll up. When I was cutting that piece, I forgot to show you, I made me so if I butt a piece of foam up against that and cut it even with that, that was exactly the height of my wall, so I could go through them quick. I laid one on there, took the hot knife, cut through it, and that's how I cut all those pieces. It took 96 pieces to do the two side walls. So I'm going to put the finish edge against my piece here and just kind of rotate it in. And as you can see, I've gotten pretty good at cutting that without a big gap. And like I said, I'm going to come back with some spray foam and fix up any gaps I might have. And there we go. That is how I'm doing it. And just go back and make sure it's all pressed into my adhesive. And that's pretty well how I am doing that. I got one more we'll do. And I think I got enough to finish it. So here's what we got so far. Now that's the first few I set in there, and they ain't even glued in yet, those. I don't know, maybe that first one right there where the box is. I may not glue that in until I do my wiring. But then here is this side. And come out pretty good. Still got the back wall to do. And then a little bit up there on either side. I've been experimenting with just pressure fitting it up here in the ceiling. May do something different. I ain't decided yet right there. I just kind of been playing with it. But got my box in, got my electrical boxes. Got a plug in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run two 20 amp circuits, and I'm going to bring power from the house and run two 20 amp circuits. And the way I'm going to set it up is I'm not putting any, all I'm putting in here is outlets. I'm just putting outlets. And my outlets are going to be, I'm going to have some outlets up here in the ceiling, because I'm going to do fluorescent, 4-foot fluorescent lights that just plug in. So just the plug-in shop lights. So this way I'll be able to move them, and I'll have outlets. I'm going to put the top of my workbench should be right about here. Now here's some of these marked, but that's where that table was. That's really too high. I think I marked right there. It's going to be about the top of, or my workbench by the time I put the top on, to be about up here, which is about 31 inches tall through the top of the workbench. And then my outlets will be above that. And I may have a couple lower on the corners. I decided, since this door don't open all the time, you know, that, and I'm going to put my workbench on this side, my filming bench on this side, and this side I'm going to have storage. I'm going to put some shelving in here. So, and then of course I got all this up top. So anyway, I figured since this is going to be closed most of the time, it won't, you know, the shop bench being right there. I'll probably leave some open area. I'll probably bring my shop bench down about 6 or 8 feet, and then what's left I'll have just, I can set my compressor and things like that. And but I figured I'd come out of my box here, put an outlet right down here, go through, and then come up and go through and make the rest of the row. I'm gonna have a dozen outlets from right here all the way around to the back, and I think I'm gonna put probably 4 up there, maybe 1 right here above my head. Probably 1 shop light right here in this bay. And so I'll probably have 1 outlet. May set them over here, and that way I can just run my cords from my lights over, tie them up with zip ties, and get them out of the way. I don't know. What do you guys think? Chime in, let me know. Just thought I'd bring you along for an update. Appreciate you guys. Till the next video.